Most sellers dream of single-digit ACOS. I actually did it. And I'm going to show you how to do it in today's video. I'm Josh Hackett, CEO of EHP Consulting Group. Let's dive in. Okay, so right here, you can see our ACOS is 6%. Last 30 days, we spent $170, made almost $3,000 in sales. Can't beat that. Imagine giving somebody $100, making like 3,000. That's pretty darn good, but it did take us a lot of time, a lot of effort, and a lot of different strategies to get this right. Now, what we can see is the biggest part about this isn't going to be the actual ads. Well, the ad strategy is great, but it's going to be the cost per click. We were able to get the cost per clicks down to 2 cents per click. This one's 9 cents, right? This one's 2 cents, 19 cents, and 3 cents. This one with 3 cents has a 1% ACOS. 19 cents, 3%, 2 cents. And if it was $1 per click, our ACOS would suck. So a lot of this Amazon ad stuff is figuring out how to get your cost per click as low as humanly possible. Because let's admit it, if you can get your cost per click to 1 cent per click, and it's usually $1 per click, then you are most likely going to make money almost no matter what. Now, the first thing that I did when I started, it did take us a year to get to that point, right? So now it's below 10% ACOS. It took a whole year, so don't expect to happen overnight. But what we did is we just started some sponsored products. So you're going to do the basics, start some sponsored product campaigns, and then you're going to start with 4 auto campaigns. This is our go-to to figure out what keywords work the best. So you're going to pick your product, you're going to scroll down, you're going to go to automatic, and we want to make it as cheap as possible, okay? So when we scroll down, we want to make sure it's dynamic bids down only. We don't want to do any placements, and there's all this extra stuff. Turn this off. You don't want Amazon charging you any extra money. You want to make sure they're charging you as low as possible. Now, your suggested bid, let's go through that. You're going to go to your set bids by targeting group, and you're only going to do close match. Now, you want to start a little bit above the suggested bid, right? And then I'm going to explain what you do next, but just that's going to be your close match campaign. You're creating one of these. You're going to create that campaign. You're going to come back, do the exact same thing, but then you're going to create one loose match. Come back, create it, do one substitute, create it, come back, and do one complement. This is how you get all of the best keywords for your campaigns and figure out what keywords you're spending like 10 cents on and generating sales. You need to figure out those keywords. They might not come in the first 30 days, but within the first 3 months of running these campaigns, you will find keywords that really stand out, and they might be long tail or weird keywords that you never would have thought are doing extremely well for your ads. And we need to run these campaigns to find them. You can just do $5 a day or $10 a day on each one of these. $5 a day is usually fine. And what we're going to do is once you create these campaigns, you can come back and lower the bids. So you want to slowly lower the bids even on the automatic campaigns. And I'll show you how to do that next. So once you create your automatic campaigns, what you also want to do is try to lower your cost per click on the automatic campaigns. So your cost per click right now, you can see we spent $25 and made over $1,000 in sales. What we want to do is lower that cost per click. So you can see the suggested bid is $1.40, and we're actually 50% lower than that for this campaign. So what we want to do is definitely lower the default bid slowly. So every single week, what we do is we come in and we lower this by like 2 cents, 2 cents, 2 cents. You can also go to total targets. Right now it says 0. And then this is where you actually need to lower your bid, right? So the suggested bid right now is 76 cents, and we're spending $1 per click. And what we want to do is probably get this as low as possible. So for automatic campaigns, and you do the same exact way for manual campaigns, you come into here, and this is where we need to change the bid. So every week we're coming in and we're slowly lowering this. And a lot of the times, if you lower it too fast, the whole campaign stops. But on Amazon, in order for us to get it down to 2 cents a click, 19 cents a click, what we did is we were lowering it like 2 cents a week. Super slow, super slow. And what happened is Amazon's system, it's like pretty much, as long as we were doing it extremely slow, it's like it skipped over us and was like, hey, we'll still let you show up number one. But if you do it too fast, you lose. So after this, I just do like not 1.98, or sorry, 98 cents, just 2 cents lower. And then I'm checking in on it after 2 days and I'm making sure it's still spending money. As long as it's still spending money, we're in the clear. And we come back the next week, lower it by another 2 cents, another 2 cents, another 2 cents. And we just keep doing that super slow. Remember, this is a long-term game. If you lower it too quickly, it'll stop spending and then all of your efforts were for nothing. You don't want it to stop spending. Right when it stops spending, you change it right back to that last price. Okay? So that's pretty much the gist of lowering the cost per click. And that's one thing that I'm going to be honest, almost nobody does and nobody keeps track of. And that's what our team does. Another thing, after you run those automatic campaigns for at least 30 days, you're going to need to find those winning keywords. To get those winning keywords, you're going to go into measurement and reporting, sponsored ad reports, download your latest report, and it's going to show you exactly what the customers are typing in to find your product. It's going to give you those low ACOS keywords, those low ACOS ASINs that you're showing up for on competitors' products. So you can create the report right here, just to the last 30 days, run it. You should be doing this every single month and finding the best keywords. Once you find those winning keywords, then you're going to put them in a separate campaign. So you don't know if they're winning yet. So what you do is create a manual campaign. So you do exactly what I showed you. But instead of an automatic, you're creating a manual campaign and you're either doing keywords, right? So usually you're going to do keywords and you'll do exact match. I only recommend putting 5 keywords in per campaign. So you can put 1 keyword. If you know it's a winner, you put it separately, or you can put 2 keywords or 3 or 4 or 5. Don't do more than 5 or else it's going to be very hard to manage. And I can tell, then I can come into your account and be like, you don't know what you're doing, right? So again, you want to just try to test that out. And just like we did, we created a campaign and then you can see that we had a winning keyword right here. And the suggested bid is $4.03. What we did is the exact same strategy. We kept lowering the suggested bid down, 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 and we're about to lower it again by 2 cents. This is almost 4 times cheaper now. Our cost per click is 4 times cheaper than the suggested bid, which is amazing. And you can see we spent 136 bucks and made 1,000. And we're going to get this even better in the near future as we lower the cost per click slowly. So this is a manual campaign and we got this keyword from pulling the search term reports that I showed you at the beginning of the video. So very, very cool. Now, once we do this, we're going to separate. That's the next goal, is to separate the campaigns even further. So you can see we have 5 keywords in here, only 3 are running. What we want to do is take this keyword, the #1 winning keyword, and put it in a separate campaign. We want to call that campaign the winning campaign. Okay? What we want to do is make as many winning campaigns as possible. So each campaign is going to be a winning campaign and it has a winner, a winner, a winner, a winner, and a winner. So if you can get 10 winning campaigns where you know you've tested them, that they are actually winners. Like I tested this is actually a winner. I put this in a separate campaign, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to keep doing everything I'm doing and try to find another winner, not the same keyword, a new winner, and put it in a separate campaign. That's exactly what we did for our campaigns. And once we had multiple winners, all we had to do was review it and slowly lower the cost per click because we know that they're winners already. Once we were able to do that, we were able to get the ACOS under 10% and maintain it. And that's it for today's video. If you want more Amazon videos, tell me what to cover next in the comments. If you learned something new, drop a like. And if you're an Amazon seller, I highly recommend subscribing to our channel because we're giving away great content that's going to help you in your Amazon journey. And of course, if you need help with increasing sales, managing your ads, or just help selling on Amazon, contact EHP Consulting Group. The link is right in the description to contact us or schedule a call. Also, our most popular service is our Amazon advertising management service. This is what will come in. We'll look at all of your ads. We'll re-optimize them all. We'll use all of our tools to make sure you're targeting the right campaigns. And of course, we're looking at your campaigns and making sure we're lowering the cost per click every single day. The benefit of this service is so you can spend time working on your business while we're doing the data. We're finding out what works, what doesn't work for you, so you can save time, money, and increase your sales with EHP Consulting Group. I'm Josh Hackett, CEO of EHP Consulting Group, and I'm signing out.